Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Friday, the 26th of May. I can believe we're almost done with May, and it's almost time for the kids to be out of school if they're not already out where you are. For us, we've got about 2 more weeks, and then they're out for the summer. My wife's a teacher, so that's exciting because then she's off for the summer. Yay! And then there won't be quiet around the house for months. So I'm actually looking forward to it because, it gets kind of, quiet and lonely. Anyways, I'm very excited to be sharing this topic with you today, which is marketing on Fiverr. I think that, and I'm gonna preface this with Fiverr because I'm going to talk about because it's Fiverr Friday, right? But there's also a lot of other places that this is true to be the same way. But we're talking about Fiverr today since it's Fiverr Friday. So basically, unfortunately, there are not ways anymore for you to manually market on Fiverr. And, there used to be these methods that you would use, like they had buyer requests, and basically it was like a posting board and people would go and post on that board, but they took that away. That was one of the main ways you as a new person could go and you could bid on jobs, build relationships, you know what I mean? And it had nothing to do with your rankings, how much stuff, how good your gigs were at that moment. It was about, you just going to the board and bidding on projects, you know what I mean? And, hooking up with potential clients. But unfortunately, Fiverr took that away and they added a briefing system that is completely out of your hands. It's all automated. So, that's just no longer available for us. Now, there is another way that is... It's still automated, but I don't mention it a lot because if you're new, right, or you're just getting started, it doesn't really help you because you don't have access to it. But Fiverr does allow you to do promoted gigs, and basically the promoted gigs are a way for you pay to be at the top of page number 1. You know what I mean? It says promoted, and it works. I mean, I get a lot of work from it, but your gigs have to qualify, and they qualify after they've gotten a certain amount of orders and a rating through that gig and stuff, in order for you to be able to qualify to be able to use it. So when you're first starting or trying to get going, you can't use them. You can't use that. So besides doing everything you can to make your gigs look good, your thumbnails, your voiceovers, et cetera, right? There's nothing more that you can actually do to affect the change in that gig. And, besides updating it regularly, once a week or something like that, once every 2 weeks, that's it on the platform. So I think it's time to talk about this. And I actually just updated my Fiverr course on the how to make $20,000 on Fiverr. And, I brought it kind of up to date for 2023. And one of the big videos that I changed was this very video on marketing, because the previous videos had been about you marketing on Fiverr using those methods that no longer exist. So I'm going to want to chat to you today about the methods that I think you can use today to do this. But I want to point out that the methods I'm going to share with you now are no longer, because of just what I said, beholden to Fiverr, meaning that these, I'm going to talk about just a couple of different ways that you can market, but what I'm trying to say is they don't have to be used to market your Fiverr account. They can be used to market you by sending people to your website, or to market you on another website. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to market your Voquent profile. Maybe you want to market your Voices profile. Maybe you want to market your Upwork profile, or, you know what I mean, your ACX profile, right? Maybe you you know what I'm saying? So this is a way that you can actually market multiple platforms, or one, or your own website. Okay. So the first method I want to share with you is creating content for social media that inspires people or interests people to want to learn more about you or possibly work with you. All right. So we basically have like a Twitter account, Instagram account, any of these accounts, and all these places allows you to put either links in your posts or a link in your profile. Like on Twitter, on Instagram, you can put one link in your profile, right? So basically what you're doing is you are posting and people like what you're posting and they go to your profile, click on your link, and that takes them to where you want them to go, right? So for example, posting your work, either work you're making up, because when you're first starting, you're not getting hired, so you've got to make up work. So either you're posting your work and you're making short videos. I've done a lot on making these videos and stuff, and a lot of those are my courses. I added that, and I did a walkthrough in the Fiverr course on how to do this with the software and everything that I use. Part of the updated video, it's like almost an hour long video for the marketing one, because I wanted it to be really applicable. But anyways, using video, because you have to post videos, you can't post audio to socials. Posting videos and driving traffic. People are like, they want to work with you. They can go to your Fiverr gig or your website or where whatever profile you want them to go to. You see what I mean? So you're driving traffic through sharing samples of your work, of your portfolio, of what you could possibly do if you've already got work, right? And you're getting videos, which leads me to another quick thing. As you are building your business, make sure when you deliver a job that you always ask to see or to get access to the video, because 9 times out of 10 you're doing video narration, and it's whether it's a social video for social, video for TV, video for YouTube, video, whatever. Try to get access to that video, because they're going to spend a lot of time working on the video or whatever. You've done the voiceover, they're going to mix it, master it for you. It's really nice for you to get that. I like to call them video assets, because they really are big assets in our business, because when you share them, right, people get to see and what you can do and listen to what you can do, but they get to see it in real time, and that's really nice. That's one of the best ways to share your work, especially through social. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Another way really is you can do the tried and true method of going on to like LinkedIn, right, and starting to message people, connect with people who, you might look up people who are in advertising, or people who are creative directors, or people who are authors, or people who are producers, right? All these different things, and you're connecting with them, right? And then you can literally, when you connect with them and they agree to have your connection, you can actually then share with them, your links to your places that you are selling your work, whether it's Fiverr or not. You see the methods here can be used for a multitude of things, but the big thing is that you no longer can market directly through Fiverr to Fiverr. You have to go outside of the platform. Now, the reason why I don't always talk about these methods is because you can, like, this is a way for you to build your business off of that platform. So I don't often tell people to go to like, just to send all of the work that they're doing off of the platform onto Fiverr. But that might be what you want to do, and that's solely up to you. Okay, but these methods, I'm telling you, they work for you to grow your business in general. All right. And then we get to email marketing, and this is where you can pay for leads. You can, a lead list, but you have to be very specific in what you're looking for. I usually like to target specific types of companies and areas, right, that meet criteria that we're looking for. Okay. And then I go look that up on Google. There's all kinds of different places where you can validate email addresses or try to find them, because I typically don't like to use the info at, a company. All right. I usually like to try to get to the people who are decision makers, like their actual email addresses. Does that make sense? So I'm always looking for like usually their name or their first initial and last name at their business. You know what I mean? I'm looking for those things. So, there's different places like hunter.io, all kinds of different options for you to validate email addresses or try to find an email address of a person from a company. Does that make sense? Because it scrapes the web to find their email. That's very helpful. And then you can send them an email, all right, letting them know, hey, you're a voice actor, you know what I mean? And if they need your help, they can find you here. And you can, again, you can link your Fiverr account, but you can also link your website. So this is, so this really video, I know I'm talking about Fiverr, but it's more so about what you can't do on Fiverr, but what you can do off of the platform to market Fiverr, or like I said, Voquin or Voices or wherever, People Per Hour or ACX or wherever you are, wherever you are, or your website. Now, if it was preferably me, I will send them to my website. Okay. Because I want to capture that business. I don't want to pay someone else. I don't want to pay Fiverr. At the same time, the reality is Fiverr, and Voquin and Voices and all these places, ACX not so much, but most of these places have really great websites, right? We all know our woes with ACX. The websites are nice. I mean, they're good, but just note that what happens is once you put someone to that website, you're not going to be able to have it has to go through all those. It's nice if you have that information with them, so then you can work with them off of the platform too, that you don't need to, you know what I mean? But if you send it to them, you just got to make sure that they understand that when you're talking, like especially through Fiverr, you don't start mentioning that you're talking through emails and stuff, because then Fiverr will boot you. So now, one cool thing about Fiverr, and it's been so glitchy over the years, but there is this one ability on Fiverr. It's called, BYOB, Bring Your Own Business. And it was a program that they started way back when, where they were trying to get people to, bring their business, right, to Fiverr. And if you brought a client to Fiverr and that client, signed up and worked with you, all right, through Fiverr, then you would be able to not have to pay the commission. All right. And, they've struggled. The idea is that someone comes and they sign up to Fiverr to work with you. But in the end, I found that it was very glitchy up front, so it never really took off, right? Because if you think about it, I mean, if you didn't have to pay commission on top of that, why Fiverr likes it is because Fiverr gets that business information, right? And they're willing to pay you that extra 20% for you to bring in businesses that are buying, because then they feel like they can market to them, right, for other services and so forth, and that they're not only that they'd buy other services that they buy from you. Does that make sense? So it's a good trade-off for Fiverr. And for you, you don't, you get the 20%. You don't have to. You get full money, and which is wonderful, because then you get access to, which really is a great website. Okay, but like I said, it's been glitchy. I haven't tried to use it recently, so I don't know if they've gotten better. But what was happening is that they were having they've really done a really good job now, because I'm on it, and you can see it's under growth and marketing. On the top ribbon, you go down, it's BYOB, and that it helps, that's another way for you to possibly get work. You could share you can even create offers for people. You could do that, you know what I mean? And now I don't know what they charge the client. They charge the client. Now it does say a 5% service fee will be added to your final price and will be paid by the buyer. Okay, so that's one thing. And then it says, in order to enjoy zero commission, your buyer must be a new Fiverr user, and the order must be at least $25. The minimum price for an eligible order is $25. Orders below $25 won't receive the 20% commission back. All future orders from this buyer will be commission free. So that's massive, right? That's massive. I said you will receive a net revenue of $80 per each qualified purchase, or 80%, per each qualified purchase. Then it says the remaining 20% revenue will be paid 30 days after the end of the month in which the revenue accrued. So, so you get your normal pay, and then they're going to pay you the 20% 30 days after at the end of the month. So that's another thing that you can try. That would be really cool if they've ironed the glitches out. I'm gonna look more into that. Maybe I'll do a bit more in depth video on that. But because that's a really cool way to market yourself on Fiverr without having to worry about commission. But what happened in the past was people were coming and they were signing up new people, but Fiverr wasn't seeing them as new people, right? For you, like they weren't seeing you brought them. They were like people weren't getting their commission because Fiverr was saying, well, they just signed up, they didn't come from you, and that's like you're like that's not true. Now, if you shoot using these links, hopefully that they're offering here, that will have solved the problem because they were struggling last time with that. So, but anyways, all right. So that aside, BYOB, I think it's a valuable tool or tools that I've shared with you, right, in driving traffic to whether it's Fiverr account, whether it's your personal website, whether it's a Voices or Voquin or ACX or wherever you have a profile that you want people to go to. Those are methods that I shared that will work. I hope this helps today. I hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend, so happy holidays, and I hope that you have a wonderful summer because, next week, Wednesday's the 31st, which means Thursday it will be June 2023. It's wild, halfway through the year. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to check out VO's Journey Elite Academy below. We'd love to have you come and learn more like this and get some tutelage on growing your voiceover business. I like my word usage there. All right, you have a good Friday. Goodbye.